Buenos dias. Very good morning for me, Darren Lilley at Casas Lilley. Right, I thought I'd put myself in front of the camera today and reach out to the people that watch me on YouTube that actually live here in Spain or own a property in Spain, or hopefully live next door to someone that's selling in Spain. We've got through the summer now. We've been surprisingly busy for July and August. Done quite a really good number of sales, which means my stock is just getting like that. And I need to get it bigger. I need to get it lifted. Yeah, I need some more houses so I can offer you guys that want to buy properties throughout September, October, and November. Now, to give the people that are listening, that are thinking of selling, or have friends or neighbours that are thinking of selling, well, first thing I'm going to say is reach out, and contact me. Now, to let you know what we do, when we market your property, apart from this platform, which is YouTube, I've got 37,000 subscribers, so that's a massive audience that would be looking at your property and having viewings. Along with that, we also work alongside A Place in the Sun. Yeah, you've all heard of that back in the UK and Ireland. And we're on that platform, so we get exposure on that. Also on local radio, so Sunshine FM. Also on another couple of smaller platforms. And we also got our office. We're very well known, me and my colleague Kerry and stuff like that. I've been here 26 years. So we have all our friends, relatives and people that we've met over the years recommending us, all my old clients recommending us and bringing their friends in contact with us. So along with that, we've also got our office, and we're up at Via Park 3, which is a very, very busy commercial centre, and we've got our boards outside. So when it comes down to exposure for your property, I promise you, there's very, very few companies that will be able to reach out to the audience, which is what you need. You need an audience, you need people, exposure. You need people to be able to see your property is out there for sale. Now, along with that, when I come round to look at your property and speak to you, or maybe it's on the phone even, a lot of the people that are selling their property aren't actually over here. We do a lot of that on the telephone, and they've maybe got a key holder. Now, I'll go around and look at the property and give you a valuation. So the valuation is market valuation. It's today's market. Now, I don't know nothing about car mechanics or about being a hairdresser or an ice cream man. But when it comes down to properties, I know my game. I know my properties. I even know what they were selling for back in 2010, 2005, 15, 20. I can value properties, and I work to try and get you what the market value is and what you want. Well, what you want. Sometimes you want more than what what it's worth. But the idea is to get a fair value and a fair price for my sellers and a fair price for my buyers. So if I get a happy buyer and a happy seller, the job's a good one, right? Along with that, I can actually give you some figures as well. So a lot of people have bought when the market was really high, also when it was really low. So we can talk about capital gains tax. Now I can work out the calculations for you, estimated, but very, very close. So you know what you will be walking away with. That's very, very important. We'll also give you advice on currency. That's very, very important. One of the companies that we use. I try to recommend my buyers to be using Currencies Direct, and I'll also recommend the sellers to probably use Currencies Direct as well, because they have a system where on the notary day of signing that the money's all prepared from the buyer, and on the same time, the same day, the money can land in your bank account. Really, Kerry? Couldn't get any louder. It's a working office, by the way. It's a working office. So look, when you come in, you'll see in our office, if you do, we're working with Currencies Direct. We work with Sheila Garcia, and in my opinion, one of the best lawyers on the Costa. She's not the massive office. She hasn't got dozens and dozens of staff. They're very personal. She answers, she replies, she gets on the case. Then we come through, one of our salespeople, she just come in and actually, I think, just done a sale, so she's happy. Then we got my geeky son. He's learning in the company, and he has to start at the ground roots, which is doing a lot of the marketing actually, the thumbnails and the Instagram, the TikToks. I didn't mention that either, did I? So then got me for sale boards. I've got Teddy Swims that'll go back on in a minute when I'm off the video. I've got to go out and put a couple of sold boards on. And at the same time, I've actually got to do an itinerary list, which is, where is that gone? There we go. See, that's all little things that you don't know when we come to sell your property. We sold your property. I've then got to do an itinerary list. Yeah, get that sent over to you so they know what's being left, what's being taken. Beds, sofas, white goods. Most of the houses are fully furnished, but I've still got to list them. Yeah, list everything that's included. So look, there you go. There's the bare bones of what we do. You would no doubt have some more questions. We are here to help our buyers and our sellers. Predominantly, really, our sellers are our clients. Yeah, I mean, without sellers, you have no business. And my business is to try and make sales. So we do look after our sellers. We don't just sell your house and try and rush you out. That's another thing I want to point on as well. You know, there's a lot of people that want to sell and buy something else. Now, they're nervous of selling first because they've got nowhere to live, obviously. Now, unlike a lot of companies, we will not try and rush you out of the house. Now, if I know that you need to find something else, I will tell the buyers that we need a 4-month completion or a 5-month completion. They usually don't mind because if you're buying in the summer, you want to use your property by middle of autumn or maybe Christmas. As long as people are clear at the beginning and we're transparent, yeah, then people are happy to work with you. Equally, we might be waiting for probate. Yeah, someone's died, they're waiting for the inheritance, the taxes to be paid. These are all things that we can talk about and discuss, and when selling to our buyers, we can discuss and make them aware, keeping everybody happy. Nobody likes surprises when it comes to real estate. No one wants to know it's going to cost money or put them out. Yeah, they like to know that there is a time scale, and we try to stick with that time scale. So there's other factors. So look, if you're interested, yeah, in a smooth sale, transparent, and I will work to get you what you want, then contact me or somebody in the team, and I'll be happy to come around, have a chat with you, and get your house on the market. I hope that was clear enough for you, and I hope that when you come to sell, you give us a shout. Right, whatever you're doing, have a lovely day. Adios.